Hello, ladies. Welcome to day 3 of the Summer Slimdown edition of P10, the Perfect 10. Gals, this day is, I think, the most important day. And oftentimes, it's our biggest drop-off day. The first day, everybody's all amped up and excited, even though it's, the beginning of a fresh week. And then the second day, there's some drop-off. Third day is the toughest to get people to commit. And I'm going to tell you why. It is tough to commit to our commitment. But today's a new day. Today's a fresh start. And I am here as your fearless leader to help prove to you that you can do this and you can finish 10 days. And guess what? It doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to tell you why. So I titled this program, my freebie, the Perfect 10. It just came to me and I was like, you know what? It takes the liver 9 days to cleanse and heal. But 9 is my favorite number, by the way. But I was like, you don't want to be a perfect 9. That doesn't really make sense. You want to be a perfect 10. And as we talked about in day 1, what if you were already perfect? Just like we were looking at our pictures from our youth. We didn't even have any notion of comparison when we were little. I'm grabbing my pictures. We didn't have any notion of not enough, right? And it's a part of just this journey here in Earth School, gang. So don't think that you're not normal at all. What's most present in you is probably most common in everybody else. And that's how we connect as human beings. To be like, wait a minute, you feel that way too? And the cool thing is today, I'm going to talk about some things that you can acquire. And I really want to gift to you because these are things that I've acquired over the years to put in your Perfect 10 tool set. So we started off with the mindset on day 1. On day 2, the Perfect 10 assets. And on day 3, which I think is the most important day. But I'm just saying that because I want you to participate. I mean, you be the judge. It's the tools. So you're acquiring all this knowledge. You can only absorb so much on day 1 and day 2. But what if you just allowed your body to say, you know what, body, brain, I'm just going to be a sponge. And whatever is absorbed, please be a positive that helps propel me to the next level of me that I'm most aligned with. All right, guys. Let's do this intro. So without further ado, if you are new to this group, welcome. My name is Aubrey Warwick. I'm a TV fitness expert, owner of Fitness Envy, a transformation coach. That's why I put this group together, and a busy mom just like you. In fact, today I had to delay this call. My husband's out of town at a conference. Roman was in camp, and thank you guys for just letting me make this work. And I want to thank my son a lot because he sees me right now kind of going a little, playing beat the clock. All right. So, gang, I want to give some shout outs. If you submitted your work/homework from day 2, what your assignment was is to be that time shifter. Yes, I got you. Good. And you found what I call, and please write this down. Get those pens ready, guys, because I got lots of cool names for stuff that I hope resonate with you. You found your stealth mode yesterday. And stealth mode is self mode. You became a time shifter. Today we are going to be talking about 3 different types of shifts in your universe. And actually, it's really just a compound effect of day 1, day 2, day 3 to really drive this home. Repetition is the mother of all skill. So the more you start to hear things, perhaps in a different way, then this is going to be very beneficial. You will continue to ascend the spiral staircase that leads you to the epitome of you. And you know what? Just like Dorothy, you're going back home, man. Right to that little girl within who was born really perfect as she was meant to be. That's how you're meant to be born. That's the power of self-acceptance. Can I get a snappy finger on that? A snap and a clap. All right. Let's see. I digress. I don't have Dan here today. as you guys know. So if I go a little all over the place, I apologize. Let's get some shout outs to the time shifters yesterday who submitted their U work. They showed when they were going to do their Hourglass Goddess workout that is a part of your P10 manual. When you click on that link, there's a little video of me with a stability ball and a towel, and I'm like, la, 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 let's work the glutes, let's work the shoulders, let's work the core. That's the Hourglass workout. It doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take an hour. You don't need an hour, right? Giving a shout out to Janet, Tina, Dana, Kim, Cassie, and Dawn. You gals were posting your stealth mode. So thank you for that. And there's probably a lot of others, but right now maybe you're catching the replay. Feel free to comment on that day 2 post. I want to acknowledge you and celebrate you. Now, a couple things that's always great with P10. And now, this is the first time I've launched P10 with the power of ChatGPT. So there were some questions about like, why can't we use the microwave? Or there were questions on my DM saying, well, can I choose different fruits other than apples, oranges, and dates? I don't like those. All right, let's go to the microwave question first. So sometimes what once was a fact is no longer a fact. I too am a mere mortal growing and evolving. And I guess I still sit with a lot of skepticism on this because it doesn't work in my human brain. That if you're using the microwave, according to ChatGPT, it's not going to turn your food into radioactive garbage, but being around the microwave does emit a high amount of electromagnetic frequencies, which as human beings, we don't fare too well off of. And these frequencies can get absorbed into the body. So that is a fact. And I guess what you can sit with is, all right, well, maybe I'll use the microwave less this week. Maybe I'll bake something in the oven. I know on this hot day, right? Or cook it on the stove. Or I double dog dare you, if you're having some organic oats, to cook it on the stove versus the microwave. It doesn't take that much longer. And does it taste better to you? So the choice is yours. Now, in terms of the fruit, those specific fruits were originally chosen because of my love affair with the medical medium Cleanse to Heal book. And once I started to learn about the healing properties of these specific fruits, I started to unlearn some of the things that I was taught, like don't eat this fruit because it's so high on the glycemic index. And I want to tell you this, there's a rhyme and a reason and a season for everything. I fell in love with medjool dates because they helped me kick my chocolate habit. I was eating a chocolate bar a day. Yes, I was. And I was legitimizing it. Like, well, it's dark chocolate. It's healthy. My husband and I would share one for dinner. Okay. And then I learned about all the lead that's in chocolate. And I was like, and there's caffeine in it. Why am I eating this at night? So I discovered this other technique, and I'm like, I don't even crave chocolate anymore. I freaking love these medjool dates. So I put these in here, and I found it was really helpful. They were healing fruits, the nutrient timing, and guess what? Our stomachs, our digestive system produces enzymes that actually fruit is better to eat first. It's not really meant to be a dessert. Right? If I see fruit on the menu, I'm not like, fruit salad for dessert, right? We usually don't see that. But to have your fruit earlier in the day is going to help to give you more glucose for your good brain function. And we're using it to help pull out toxins of the body. Now let's talk glycemic index. If you don't know what that is, then you can kind of boop, boop. That's okay. It's all right. It basically rates on a scale on how your body's going to respond. Like how much sugar is in a fruit. Some fruits carry more carbs and sugars. So with this specific protocol, because we're trying our best to follow a protocol right now, you can use different fruits. If you want a lower glycemic or a lower carbohydrate fruit, that is okay. That is okay. Try to choose organic. If not, what I like to do, there is a list called the Clean 15 and Dirty Dozen. And you can kind of choose from that list what you can buy conventional versus organic. Okay, so those were some housekeeping items. The other housekeeping items, some questions I got yesterday was about coffee. People were like, "What? Can I get coffee at Aldi? Can I get coffee at Target?" Right now, I'm going to say, for all intents and purposes, since a lot of us have a love affair with coffee, and tea would fall into this category too. Opt for organic. There's over 70 pesticides, herbicides, fungicides in your Dunkin' and your Starbucks, and mold. And believe you me, when I have my one-on-one clients that are working on getting mold out of their bodies, yeah, no doubt, get rid of that ish. And you're going to notice a difference. Just like if you've ever had a natural wine versus a wine at a local winery, natural wines are totally different. They're light, lower in alcohol. They're not sugary, because usually winemakers add a lot of sugar to their wines for consistent taste and the sulfites. All right, wine's another, but we're not doing alcohol. That's another day. That's for a Wellness Wednesday chat. Okay, let's sit up straight. Take a breath, conscious breath in. Exhale and swallow. So we're going to do a little tapping on the K27 points. These are these energy buttons, so to speak. I want you to think of acupressure and acupuncture. So Chinese medicine has been around for centuries, right? And the amazing thing is there's all these cool things in our earth suits that we discover. In the Western world, we think it's woo-woo. But don't knock it till you try it. There's no negative side effects. Drop into your body. Close out the tabs on your computer. Today is day 3, people, and we are going to shift you. Yes, you are going to do the you work. This is a big deal. So the first half of this, I might be referring to my notes. So pardon me for that, because I don't want to miss anything. Full breath, inhale, and exhale. Relax that tapping. We're not going to do priming today, but I might do a bonus call tomorrow if we don't cover everything. I will. I like bonuses. Don't you like bonuses? And we will do some other breath work. All right. So, number 1, I want to ask you gals something. People often say to me, well, Aubrey, I want to be able to finish this, but there's a big but in the equation. Let's talk Perfect 10. We're going to talk Perfect 10 and Envision. And we're going to talk about how we can handle the objections in our mind. Oftentimes, people have a big concern with entering a program like this, a freebie like this. And they say, oh man, 10 days, how am I going to give up alcohol on the weekends, right? And my answer is, well, you don't know until you try. When I have put myself through different nutrition protocols, and I stopped calling them fad diets, I stopped calling them crash diets, and I stopped saying, I want to lose weight and be skinny. Instead, I said, you know what? I just want to feel good. I want to be healthy. And what does health look like? We don't know, but we know what it feels like. Because we could look at Aubrey in her sparkly bikini on a stage and be like, wow, that's the epitome of health. Is it? Is it if I was overtraining, completely exhausted, and maybe amenorrheic? That wasn't always the case. I wasn't amenorrheic. But, maybe you look at someone who has an eating disorder and you think, well, they look healthy. I remember when I was anorexic and my mom would take me to the doctors and be like, well, she's not getting her period. And they would check me out and they'd be like, well, she's fine. Let's just put her on birth control. And now she's getting her period. And I remember thinking, wow, I fooled them. I wasn't healthy, gang. I wasn't healthy here and here. But I fooled everybody on the outside. So, if you take P10 specifically and say, you know what? I want this to be the residual effect. Yeah, it's going to be an improved exterior. That's the side effect. If you can flip the script in your mind today, right now, flip that script. And I'm going to help you do it. You're going to stop those old patterns. And just one little pattern. If you're reaching for the booze this weekend, why not try some sparkling water with lemon? Just try the first drink. And if you can't, if you break, if you bend, if you're like, I can't do it. All right. And no one's going to judge you. get back on the horse or the wagon the next meal, okay? You are simply data collecting right now. Perhaps you said, well, I did not pass that test. If you're like, I can do this weekend and I'm going to go out to a festival where it's a wine festival, but I'm not going to drink at all, right? Maybe it's hashtag too soon to put yourself in that environment. Just like if someone's going to quit smoking. All right, they're doing good for the first 3 days. On day 4, they go around their bunch of friends since everyone's smoking. I got this. Whoops, no, I don't got this. Get right back on the horse. You will go, there will be fewer and far between moments where you feel that you are not showing up for yourself. Life is not meant to be perfect. And at the same time, I think that's how perfection is. It's just like, well, this is what it is. This is what it looks like, right? And your definition of perfect is different than mine. You're going to find like, wait a minute, I did so much better these 10 days than I would have if I didn't sign up for a program like this. So my point is, commit to your commitment, follow through with what you started with, and post your before and after results, even if you don't want to. I said it. I have entered many competitions where maybe someone would be like, oh my God, just don't even enter it. Just quit right now. And I'm like, I already committed to it. And I've learned along the way. A good friend of mine the other day said, you know what? When you're on a winning streak, man, people are good at winning. Winning feels good. But nobody teaches you how to lose except you. And so you will win as long as you commit to your commitment. It's not losing if you have these little glitches in the system, because this is maybe the first time you're doing something like this. In fact, for most of you, it is. You've never done the perfect 10, or maybe you've never finished it. Maybe this is your chance to finish it. All right, let's do a little bit of tapping again. And whoo-hoo. Now, we are going to now move into something else. I need to get you guys using some emojis. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about where you are with your chronological age. So let's say you're like, Aubrey, I need more than 10 days. But you know what? Like, all my friends drink. I'm not perimenopausal. Like, or you might say, I'm too old for this. Whatever. Gang, we are not getting any younger. In fact, you know how many people, we all realize that our metabolisms change as we age. And it's nothing that you did wrong. This is just what happens to the earth suit. You have to constantly do something different in order to move with the flow of life. I can't say combat aging. It's just like, oh, I'm getting older, and due to environmental toxins, pharmaceutical drugs, pesticidal coffees, my gut is leaking. And I need to change that, because in our 20s, we can get away with it, right? And then we start to pay for the sins of our youth, as so to speak. And you don't have to pay forever. It's just like, all right, let's make a couple tweaks. So in terms of being an age shifter, what the big awareness one was for me, I'm going to tell you, what I realized when I had my eating disorder, I was just totally like, I shot my hormones to crap. I was also still on hormonal birth control. That didn't help my cause at all. Whoa. Granted, I was in my 20s. I know things have changed with birth control, but I didn't realize all this. And I heard like this interview with Jane Fonda, who's big in the fitness industry. She's also a famous actress. And she still had an eating disorder. She admitted this, well over 50 years old. And here I am listening to this interview in my 20s. And I thought, oh my God, I cannot struggle with this for another 30 years. I will lose my gosh darn mind. I will lose my gosh darn mind. And that was like that pivotal point where I'm like, no way. Was a prisoner. It was awful. You know, eating disorders, and I'm going to throw in the category disordered eating. When I meet with people, a lot of times it's not that they have an eating disorder. We have to, have this clinical label, I suppose, but their thoughts around food are disordered. And I'm like, ooh, okay, how do we work with this? And we have all these rules, right? Guys, rules are meant to be broken, right? Fruit is bad. Oh my gosh, look at Perfect 10. We're starting our day with a smoothie. You mean I can have fruit? Hallelujah. Gosh, I've been chewing on, sugar-free gum to try to combat my cravings. That's not working. It's giving me gas, right? So rules are meant to be broken. What once was a fact is no longer a fact, and you don't know until you try it. Ask yourself, am I using age as an excuse? Because your age is a fact. It's a fact that you are your chronological age, but it only becomes as an excuse if you use it to, what I say, pardon my language, cock block you. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so now let's talk about cost. A lot of times, with a free program like this, some people, and I'm totally grateful for this, for some of you, like, it's not, or you're not meant to do the Envision program. You're like, thank you for the reboot. Thank you for this opportunity. Here's my before and after pictures. This is your tip jar, money, ciao for now. I'm totally fine with that, because that allowed me to get to know you, vice versa. And maybe you can help another female out by referring P10 to her. In fact, most of you will not sign up for Envision. But the people that I'm looking for specifically, who are on the fencers, sometimes it's a trigger word whenever we hear of the price tag attached to something. And I'm going to share that with you. And when I did kind of like some market research to put a dollar sign attached to my services, and it's always hard. But I asked my friends, I was like, hey, this is what I'm offering. What would you pay for it? It was all over the board. Sometimes we attach to our health. We think, oh, well, Planet Fitness is $10 a month. And then we think that's what health is. And that's how much it should cost. Believe me, I've owned a pole dancing studio for 14 years. It's a boutique studio. It doesn't cost what Planet Fitness costs. Other times, as soon as we hear the price, we think, I cannot afford it. And we use perhaps a fact-ish as an excuse. So I want you guys now to drop in the comments. This is what I want to hear. And be honest with me, okay? How much do you think you spend going into Target on an average shopping trip? Or like, even if you're like, hey, I just need to pick up like one thing. I just need to pick up one thing. And you go into Target and they're like, hey, it's Target and we got stuff for your retail therapy. I don't know. That should be a song in there. There probably is white noise in the background, like buy something more than you should. All right, drop in the comments what that is. I'll tell you what ChatGPT says. Okay. What do you think the average female spends at Starbucks each week? Or Dunkin'? Drop that in the comments. And if you're like, Aubrey, I don't know. I haven't been totaling up my trips. This happens, right? Where we're like, I'm just going to turn the blind eye to it. I'm going to turn a blind eye to what I'm spending at Target, at Starbucks, at Dunkin', on cigarettes. I mean, cigarettes are like the most common analogy. On vaping, I don't even know. And this is no judgment. It's just a matter of like, total it up, man. See what you're spending. And if you're like, oh, I could go there, like not every day. I could go there 2 days a week. Now I'm going to pull some money from there. Look at the apps on your phone. My husband and I, we do this routinely to be like, wait a minute, where are these little money suckers coming in from, so that I can make sure I either stop the app because I'm not using it, or like him and I, we love to go to this amazing smoothie place in downtown Irwin. And I'm like, babe, we kind of got to pump the brakes for a little bit because it's delicious, but we can also make our liver rescue smoothie here, our heavy metal detox smoothie here. We have a juicer, we can make it here. So, you just want to check yourself so you don't wreck yourself in terms of like going full out to reach the health goals that you want. All right, so the average person spends about $43 going into Target. I know. Cray. So I'm not going to put a surveillance camera on your local Target to see if you are overspending, but I will find you if you're at Starbucks this week. I'll hunt you down. I'm just kidding. I am totally kidding. There was this one time that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm out of my Danger coffee. And I was using caffeine, unfortunately, as a crutch this last week of training for a show. And I was like, oh my gosh, should I get something at Starbucks? And I was like, what if someone sees me? It was like this. I was like, I'm a hypocrite. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This last show, I had to take a big hard break from competing in bikini because I was exhausted. And I'm telling you what, I am back. I got my life force back, man. I didn't even have any caffeine today. I haven't even coffee. All right. Now, I want you now to total up like other things. Maybe your nails, maybe your lashes. Our last P10, we were able to interview another superstar client of mine. Now, at the time I was offering Envision for a 4-month series, what broke the mold for her was doing Perfect 10. And how she signed up with me, she's like, Aubrey, I'm just going to stop getting my nails done this month, and I'm going to stop going to my favorite coffee, Starbucks. And that was her cost shift. So, like anything, if associating a dollar sign with your health and fitness goals is like that trigger, like you're like, well, I just can't see it. I get it. I don't take it personally. It's like when I look at someone who's like driving a Corvette and then maybe they're living paycheck to paycheck. I don't know. Like for me, I don't see the value in buying a Corvette. I rather my body look like the Corvette. I want to drive this sucker around, right? And that's just me. So ask yourself these questions. Right now, we are pausing, bringing awareness to asking ourselves the right questions to see what aligns with us right now. Okay, so that's my best advice with the cost shift. And let's see if I can see any comments if you guys were guessing. Of course I can't. I don't know why Facebook does not allow me, but I will afterwards. I hope you guys are dropping something in the comments. All right, if any of this resonates with you, understanding cost shifting to get what you want, to get what you need, give me a thumbs up. Word is bonds. Yes. All right. Now, I want to talk about the time. The other objection I get a lot of for P10s or Envision is like, Aubrey, I don't know if I have the time for this. And here's what I say. Yesterday we discovered a stealth mode to say, I'm going to keep myself accountable. This sucker is going to take me 5 minutes and it's done. But it's the most important thing that I'm focusing on for 5 little minutes out of my 1440. And you did it. What I like to work with people on when they sign up for Envision is to develop now their new stealth mode. Oftentimes we find this is very helpful in the morning. We can become very distracted so easily. In fact, guys, we are not short on distractions. I wish that we could put that energy into something different, right? There was a time in my life that I just wanted to throw my phone out the window. I was like, this sucker is so distracting. And we live and breathe this way. So how do we function now in a world full of massive distractions? You got to be smarter than the distraction. And guess what? It just takes a little bit of practice. A little bit of stop. I'm a perfect 10. And a perfect 10 is going to put that distraction off unless the house is on fire and there's a zombie apocalypse going on right now. All right? And having an accountability coach is really helpful. And I'll tell you what, there's so many people have entered my program that sometimes they have this idea like, well, I should be losing 2 pounds a week. I should be doing it this way. I should be doing it that way. They should all over themselves, which when you say the word should, that's like low-key shaming yourself. And I'm like, dude, all you're doing is cock blocking yourself. Again, stop. All right? New thought process, new pattern. What if we just tried this today? And they're like, oh, wow, really? Maybe I didn't lose 2 pounds, but I lost half a pound. Hashtag winning. Let's do that week again. And you create the success snowball. So let's first talk about how you're going to finish Perfect 10. You're going to go back and take this time to think about what you've acquired in your tool set, how you've made your mind shift, how you shifted your assets around by developing your stealth mode. And now how you are developing this other shift inside of you, the age shift, the cost shift, and that time shift. Gals, please know that Rome wasn't built in a day. I know you know that. And I absolutely love the opportunity to just give you that confidence that if you can do something even for 2 days in a row, that maybe next time you could do it for 3. Maybe next time it's 4. And if you could let go of the shoulda, woulda, couldas and just say, well, each time I do this, I'm getting better and better. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Yes. That's a Tony Robbins thing. That's an incantation. Every day in every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger. Yes. Every day in every way, I'm getting healthier and healthier. Yes. These are facts. Because maybe someone shared with me the other day, they're like, this is the longest I went without processed food. I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that with me. That lights me up. You know, someone the other day was like, you know, I resisted alcohol and I usually wouldn't have in this scenario. That's a win. The more wins you get, this is like you start to stack. You start to stack the wins over top of the losses. And you don't turn yourself into the biggest loser anymore, right? Where you're like, oh man, I failed again, whatever, to hell with it all. Nope. No, I'm still winning. Up, little bump in the road, still winning, still winning, still winning. Because you're teaching yourself how to be a good winner and a good loser. Yes. The most successful people of my program, I want to call your attention, gals, to an awesome power post that Kelly Wall posted. She's been a client of mine in the Envision program for almost a full year. When she reached her first goal in 6 months, or before 6 months, she's like, oh, I didn't really think that was possible, but now that I got it, what else can we do, Warwick? And I'm like, well, let's give it a shot. So she's continued on to prove herself to herself, and she made the mind shift. Great attitude. Now, sometimes it takes some of us longer, right? So it's all right. Like, you know, I have some clients that maybe not right out of the gates, they're sprinting. It is okay. I have clients right now that will text me and, you know, sometimes the struggle bus is a thing, and we just have to friggin' slash its tires, man. That's all. All right. One more little tapping exercise. Take another breath. Inhale through the nose and exhale, let it go. So in order to take full advantage of booking a call with me, you want to book this call before Tuesday. So let's say you're like, Aubrey, I'm going on vacation. I can't book this call with you. Okay. What you can do is get on my calendar, on my Calendly link, and you can, as long as I see it come across my email, you can take advantage of this unbeatable offer. The unbeatable offer that I have. So my retail price right now, I'm offering it for $100 less a month. Okay. Which basically, if you do that cost shift, okay, that chances are it could fit in your budget. And will save you, if you sign up for the 6-month series, $600. I also offer a discount for those people who pay in full. So it breaks down to about per week, anywhere from $100 to $150 a week to work with me. And the reason why I want to break it down to you like that is because I want you to see what you are currently spending on things that maybe are not in alignment with your most desired outcome. So if you check that out, give me a call. I don't want you to be having a certain, whatever your thoughts are on that. So get on the Calendly link, book that call. Gals, there is no obligation to sign up for Envision. I don't want you to be scared about it. It's a matter of like, Aubrey, what do you get? Well, here it is. This is what you get. You get weekly accountability check-ins. You get a kickoff call where we review your super duper master spreadsheet that we communicate through on a weekly basis. Also a part of the program is it's very high touch. You get weekly check-ins in terms of the opportunities to text me and ask me questions, right? So that's in real time and live time. I'm pretty speedy with my clients to get back. I also do different incentive promotions. I don't know what my Envision clients are going to think of this. So I just got like a brand new recumbent bike gifted to me. And I'm like, what if I do an incentive promotion with my Envision clients? Guys, if you're one of my Envision clients, would you like that? Would you like a free recumbent bike for your house? I don't know. So I'll do like different fun things along the way. I have a group element to my program. You get 2 continuing education Zoom calls a month. One, we test your fitness levels. So it's an interactive fitness-based call with Q&A. You get to meet other Envision members to be relatable. Because sometimes just hearing the words coming out of my mouth, I sounded like Charlie Brown's mom. Psych. Not really, but I never want that to happen. So that's why some people really like the group calls, to just hear from other people and their results and get inspo. Continue education, that piece in terms of, all right, guys, what's going to move the needle the most this week? We talk a lot about mindset, because mindset just on day one isn't going to cover you necessarily for life. I can definitely help you change your game up in these next 10 days, but it might not be enough to just poof. Now you're the 2.0 version of you in 10 days. So there's that. We also have, I design everyone their own workout program to meet their schedule and their needs. We also do program reviews. It's not the same workout for 6 months to a year. So it's so white gloved. It is customized to you. Whatever your desired outcome is. And I say this at my pole studio a lot. In my pole studio, I say, ladies, welcome. I am your pole fairy. I am here to make all your wildest pole dancing dreams come true. And I like to use humor with that. In terms of being your transformation coach, I'd love to be your fearless leader and make all of your fitness, health, and wellness dreams come true. When you work with a coach, a lot of times we haven't been coached since we were young kids if we were in sports. Or I was never really in sports as a child. And back in my day, the coaches weren't how the coaches are now. Coaching has really evolved. So the women that I work with, sometimes they're just not used to being coached. And that's why the discovery call is super duper important, because it's like our speed dating round. Like, hey, your program sounds great. Do I like you? Do you like me? And sometimes it's just like, we're not gelling. We're not gelling. And it's all right. It's all right. So it's a very special opportunity right now to take advantage of Envision. Click on the Calendly link in your manual, or that is posted in our group. Or gang, you got me by the DMs. Got me by the DMs. And I can send you that to get you in the books. All right. Okay. Last round of tapping. Before we part ways, we are going to tap, but I want to tell you this. I'm going to do a bonus day tomorrow. And with this special bonus day, I want to throw in some big value. So I might pull in one of my Envision clients for another interview if you guys like that. Maybe a past client to check up on her to see how she's doing. That'd be pretty cool. Like, hey, did your results last? But I want to hear from you. If there's something along the lines with this program that you're like, Aubrey, we really need to cover X, Y, Z. Because if you want me to finish Perfect 10 and give you my before and after pictures, you better cover this full. Mr. Teamy, guys. Mr. Teamy. I pity the fool. Don't ask no questions. All right. So let's go over all the tapping points. Emotional freeing technique. Tapping. So you're first going to learn these points. You're going to first start with the karate chop hand. And you're going to begin to tap and start to get any type of doubt, anger, and sadness, bring it to the forefront of your mind. So the I can't, I shouldn't, I'm sick of this ish, whatever it is, freaking say it. Somebody, if the neighbors are listening, they might think that you are on the Jerry Springer show suddenly. Just get it out. Take a couple deep breaths. All right. The next tapping point is at your crown chakra at the top of your head. Oh, I like this one. Anything that comes to the forefront of your mind that needs to be blessed and released, let it go now. You have held on to it long enough, my friends. You put your time in. You put your time in experiencing what it's like to sit in your shit. Inhale and exhale. Let that ish go. Now, getting your peace fingers, tapping on your eyebrows. Your gift of sight, allow it to be a gift and not a curse. As you look at that woman in the mirror, see the best version of you. I want you to smile the next time. It doesn't matter if you don't think that you are where you need to be. Love and accept yourself right now. Because guess what? That exterior of you is a representation of all the shit you've been through. And you've been through some shit. I don't care how old you are. That's a part of life. It is time to let it go. Let it go. Allow yourself now to close your eyes and your mind's eyes. See whatever baggage you're holding on to that you're clutching like a valuable purse. And I want you to drop it. Walk away from it. Breathe in and breathe out. Now take your peace fingers, bring them onto your cheeks and start to smile. See yourself again in your mind's eye as you just drop that valuable purse and you look at it and you're like, okay, it's not valuable anymore. I don't need that. I'm going shopping for a new bag. Inhale and exhale. Walk away. Walk away. Whatever was in that old bag, the lies that were accumulated, the post-traumatic stress that was accumulated, any trauma that was accumulated, you put your time in. You put your time in. And you don't have to put that time in anymore. You've served your sentence. Allow yourself to no longer be the prisoner. Take a breath, inhale, and exhale. Next tapping point underneath your nose. Now from here, I want you to walk over to your mirror in your mind's eye. You're going to write now and say aloud your new story that you declare. You declare the gift of health. It is your birthright. You declare the gift of fitness. You declare the gift of abundance. You declare all the energy that you need to finish a program like this or to start your own transformation. If it's not with me, it's with the next person's program that you do, but it's going to be with somebody. Inhale and exhale. Take your tapping point to the cleft of your chin. Now, here we go. Are you ready? As you step up to that mirror in your mind, the things that you speak about yourself, you separate yourself from your earth suit. See yourself as your best friend would see you and say, hey, I love you. I got your back. I'm your best freaking friend. See yourself as your best friend would see you. They would never say anything bad about you. All they see is the best in you and they have your freaking back. Inhale and exhale. Now going to K27 points under those collarbones. Your call to action. Open your eyes and see yourself now as this living, breathing gift. You are a freaking work of art and the best art project you will ever work on. You're going to sculpt your new life in these next several days or maybe months or a year. Whatever needs to take place, allow that to enter into your body. Take action on it. Take action on what needs to be done to express your inner, most beautiful self. Allow your inner guidance system to shine through and to lead you where you need to be led. The last tapping point, you're going to hug yourself and give a little love slap and tap to your side space, your side body. It's like a pat on the back. And you know what? You showed up today for yourself. You deserve this. You deserve to be congratulated. Take a breath and exhale. I want you to dissipate that tapping. Give yourself just a little tight squeeze here and there. Run your fingers over your body, your hair. And allow your fingers to just touch your body. And every touch, part of your body that you touch, envision your body changing. Allow yourself to change. Everything changes and everything ends. Today is your new day, and today is your fresh start. I hope that you choose the best choices for you and your body today. Give yourself any grace. Thank you guys for showing up on day 3. I'm really happy for you, and I thank you so much for your time sharing this little bit of your 1440 with me. I take it and I honor it. I'm going to see you for bonus day. Okay. I forgot one massive thing. What a buzzkill work. Your U-Work assignment for today. Take a breath. Take a water break. Hey, if you liked that little tapping exercise, can you give me a heart emoji? Can you give me a heart emoji? Okay. Yes, this is what we need. All right, guys. Your U-Work assignment today is what is the one shift that you are going to make over the next several days that you're going to commit to your commitment. You're going to post it in my pinned post for day 3. What is the one shift that you're going to make? Mind, time, cost, i.e. finishing this program, i.e. booking a call, whatever it is. What's that shift going to be? All right, now I'm going to sign off. Bonus day tomorrow at noon. My awesome neighbor, Tanya, is going to pick up Roman for me. So we're going to do our bonus day at noon. And I will look forward to seeing you guys then. You will get a reminder. Thank you, gang. Ciao for now.